Hello friends, welcome to the fourth episode of my series on the cholinergic system. In this episode, we'll be talking about how the cholinergic system is circadian, as well as I'll introduce you guys to how the cholinergic system affects the brain briefly. So remember to check out the blog post that will be in the description below. I have written a 15,000 word, 200 citation, 25-page document, which is split into several blog posts to help you guys that are more interested in the details as well as interested in citations and learning more follow along with this video series. So to begin with, the cholinergic system is circadian. Circadian means circa diem from Latin. It means that we have body processes that fluctuate according to the time of day, basically initiated by either light or food, and they are governed by a master clock called the suprachiasmatic nucleus that is found in our brain. The suprachiasmatic nucleus has cholinergic neurons in it, and these enable it to timestamp our memories. Now, acetylcholine, the main neurotransmitter of the parasympathetic nervous system, which is derived of choline and the subject of most of our videos, is, well, directly or indirectly the subject. Acetylcholine levels fluctuate through the day. They're highest in our active wakefulness. They are lower in our quiet wakefulness. They are the lowest during our slow wave or non-REM sleep. That is, the form of sleep in which our brains are the least active. You'll remember from my sleep series that we go through about 5 cycles of sleep during the night. Each cycle contains a portion of non-REM and a portion of REM sleep. In the non-REM sleep, our brains are quiet. They experience delta waves, while in the REM sleep, our brains are dreaming and quite active. Acetylcholine levels are low during the slow wave, non-dreaming, non-REM portion, and they are high in the REM and dreaming portion. In fact, it appears that low acetylcholine levels are necessary to allow memory consolidation in the slow wave non-REM sleep, whereas higher acetylcholine levels appear to be necessary to induce dream sleep. In fact, in animals who do not have cholinergic neurons, they are found not to experience REM or dream sleep. And also, manipulation of acetylcholine levels are one of the primary tools that fans of lucid dreaming use to experience lucid dreams. Now, what are the cholinergic neurons? The cholinergic neurons are neurons in the nervous system that have two types of receptors. Both of these types of receptors are called cholinergic receptors, and they both respond to acetylcholine. However, one group of them also responds to the toxin from mushrooms called muscarine. Another group of them responds to nicotine, a chemical found in the nightshade family of plants and also found in tobacco. So, because of this reason, neuroscientists call the receptors either muscarinic cholinergic receptors or nicotinic cholinergic receptors. In either case, they both respond to acetylcholine. They are differentiated by their response to nicotine or muscarine. Now, we learned that these receptors and their neurons were very important to the brain beginning in the 1950s. In the 1950s, birthing women were given anticholinergic drugs, sedatives, to aid in their giving birth. And what they found is that these women quickly developed memory issues and symptoms of dementia, curiously. Again, in the 1970s, it was discovered that using an antagonist of the muscarinic cholinergic receptors, an antagonist means something that blocks those receptors, people again experienced memory loss that was then solved not by using amphetamines, that didn't work, but by using acetylcholinesterase inhibitors. So when this happened, scientists started to realize that choline and acetylcholine particularly seemed very important for dementia and for cognition. Later, the nicotinic cholinergic receptors were directly involved because scientists noticed that people who were quitting smoking experienced cognitive decline that could then be fixed if nicotine itself, the chemical, was reintroduced into their physiology. So, it's important to note that acetylcholine acts as a neuromodulatory neurotransmitter in the central nervous system. That means it modulates some of the more well-known neurotransmitters, including the monoamine neurotransmitters dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine. Norepinephrine may be better known to you as noradrenaline. It also modulates GABA and glutamate. Stay tuned for the 5th episode.